Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Flags in a Gym, a podcast dedicated to all things color guard. My name is Eric. I'm your host and resident color guard nerd. And today's episode is another installment in the program showcase series highlighting programs from all across the activity. Today's episode features Scholastic World Program American Fork High School. I sat down with director Michelle Clements to talk all about their program, including making WGI finals in their first year in Scholastic World, what it's like being a Utah color guard, the pressures of being the top unit in their circuit, getting to BOA Grand Nationals, and more. So sit back, relax, and let's talk some color guard. Hello, how are you?
Hi, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, wonderful. I am sitting down with Michelle Clements from American Fork High School, and we are going to talk about the lovely program there. But before we do that, why don't you take a moment to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Clements. I am the director of American Fork High School Color Guard. I just became director this last April, but I've been with the program since 2005, which is crazy to say. I started clear back in seventh grade. I just fell in love with the program, fell in love with the school, and of course the sport, and graduated with American Fork, and then went on to do Wasatch Independent, which was another group out of Utah. And then I aged out with them in 2016 and then began teaching. And here I am, kind of like a full circle moment back at my program. So,
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize you were an alum of American
yeah,
Fork. That's
yeah.
really cool. You've been there since, have you been teaching since 2005 or like that's when you graduated?
No, yeah, that is when I started Color Guard. I graduated in 10. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
mhm.
Very cool. And Wasatch Independent, I didn't realize they'd been around that long either.
Yeah, they have been around for quite some time. It was just kind of a branch off of the old director of American Fork. She started Wasatch Independent. And then a great friend of mine and colleague of mine, Corey Oliver, took it over. And that was the director. He was the director when I aged out in 2016. And then shortly after that, the program folded. But yeah, it was a great program.
Yeah, I remember they made finals, what, 22? I want
Yeah,
to say they're like sixth in Independent Open, something like that.
yeah,
And then they
yeah.
just disappeared.
Right? I know it's devastating, but
It's
we're all okay with
Yeah, I
it.
mean, we all know in the color guard world, it's hard, especially an independent group. It's so hard to keep them
Yeah,
active because rehearsal space, as any high school knows, is god awful to get.
right.
Independent is even worse, and it's insanely expensive. And if you can't
Yep.
afford it,
Yep. And that's truly what it boils down to, especially for those independent groups. Rehearsal space in Utah is very sparse.
let's talk about American Fork High School itself before we get into the
Yeah.
program. You're located in American Fork, Utah, which I didn't realize was an actual like place. Because I always like,
Yeah.
I'm curious like where people got their names from. You know, it's like, why is it called American Fork? Oh, that's the name of the city, and it's on the north side of Utah Lake. I looked this up near Provo, so that's kind of like
Correct.
southern Utah, right?
Yes. Yeah. Not necessarily southern. I would say it's central. It's about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah, like Salt Lake International Airport. It's not too far from there. But yeah, it's in Utah Valley, is what we call it.
gotcha. Yeah, on
Yeah.
a map it looks pretty far away. When you say 30 minutes, like, oh, that's not far at all. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Most everything is just like, oh, it's 30 minutes. Oh.
what's the general area like? I mean, Google Maps had some really beautiful pictures. You know, the reddish brown stone everywhere. I think that Utah's known for, and I'm sure the summers are brutally hot as well.
Yeah, definitely gets hot. We are a desert state, so it heats up during the summer. But we are in Utah Valley, so we are in like a valley of mountains, and it's stunning. It's beautiful. If you've never been to Utah, you have to come, especially if you're an outdoorsy person. The mountains are incredible. Park City, of course, is a go-to. But yeah, it's beautiful. But summers, like you mentioned, are absolutely brutal. We're sitting at like mid 90s through July, of course, when we have, band camp and all of that good stuff. It gets pretty hot outside. So
And are the grasshoppers as bad as Chase said they are?
no, no. I mean, okay. I mean, historically, yes, there are, tales of grasshoppers, and I think the last time we had like a larger infestation of grasshoppers was like I don't even know, like 2023 or something. But it's very far and few between. But it's like when you think about a red car, you're gonna see red cars. And I think Chase just thinks about grasshoppers. So they are going to seek him out. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
I 100%. Yeah. You're like, somebody will say, why are there so many Toyota Siennas on the road? And then that's all you see. You're like, there's one,
Right?
there's one. Well, as soon as somebody points it out, so yeah, he's been traumatized by that grasshopper attack. So that's all he sees on a high alert.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm sure he can hear him at this point. So
Obviously, Utah has a very high Mormon population in the state. How does that affect the program? Chase informed me that Monday night is family night. So obviously, there's like no rehearsals then, which I found really interesting. But are there any other concerns, like maybe uniforms or show themes, where you kind of have to take all that into consideration?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a Utah thing in general. I've grown up here my entire life, so it really doesn't phase me as much anymore. And it's certainly not like the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and it's not like the secret lives of, of Mormon wives by any means. And thank goodness it's not. We do have practices on Mondays, actually. Monday
Oh,
is family night within their culture, but every single Monday night, whether it's color guard, winter guard season, or it's marching band season, we do have practices on Monday nights. And parents, I think the religion supports the culture of the thing that we're able to create. It's kind of really unique as far as what the standards and beliefs are of Mormonism, and that kind of just bleeds into our program as far as support. Community support is huge here in American Fork, and everyone knows the marching band, and they can get behind it and get behind the program. It's really special.
gotcha. So it's more of a, you're not ditching family night to go hang out with your friends. You're ditching family night to do a communal activity. You're still kind of keeping within that under the family umbrella, even though it's not your like blood family.
Exactly. Yeah. And not only that, it's just, it truly is becoming more and more diverse. And we just have a place where it's just neutral for everyone. And it's really special that we're able to create a space that allows everyone to feel comfortable and still bring all of those good values that they have into it and make it something really special. So,
I love that.
yeah.
I was looking at the schools. I looked at the population. It's about 2,700 students enrolled from what I could see, which is a pretty normal high school. I was talking to a student from the Woodlands, and she said they had over 5,000 at the Woodlands High School. And
Yeah. Wow.
I'm like, dude, like, whoa.
Could you imagine those hallways?
I mean, yeah, right. And well, she
No.
said they have a separate campus just for the freshmen.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah,
10 through
that's
12th is in one
crazy.
area and ninth is in the other. Like, yeah, absolutely crazy. Texas, right?
Yeah,
Texas.
Texas. I mean, that's all we have to say. That's all we have to say.
Is the band or guard kind of a coveted group to be a part of at American Fork? Because I know the drill teams can get kind of crazy and very competitive. Is the band and guard the same way, or?
Yes. Yeah, the marching band and its history, it definitely is like the pride and joy of American Fork. It's the most notable thing, I would say, or one of the most notable things. I don't want to toot my horn too much here, but
No,
yeah,
toot it, toot
it's special.
it.
It's special. So yeah, it's awesome.
I always tell people be proud of your accomplishments. You don't have to be like arrogant, but be proud of yourself. Like, toot your
Yeah.
horn. It's okay.
Yeah, that's so true. It is so true. Yeah.
Are the schools kind of more spread out there or are they kind of condensed? Because, we look at BOA this past year with Flower Mound High School was a big talk of BOA. And then you have Marcus High School, another huge program, is literally like 2 miles down the road from them.
Yeah.
And then I found out that yeah, I'm going to misspeak here and people are going to yell at me, but I think it was Hebron is also not far from them. So you have like all of
Yeah.
these like major programs, boom, like centralized. Is Utah like that? Or are you guys more spread out?
Right. No, it's relatively spread out. I think our like in our specific division, our closest competitors are like 8 or 9 miles. Like it's a decent drive to our
Okay.
closest competitor. So yeah, it's not too close. That would be absolutely wild.
Yeah.
You're like at
And all
practice
those
and hearing their music on
right,
top of
and all those
yours.
bands are massive. So just think about the
Yeah.
amount of kids they're pulling in that
Yeah, no,
small area.
that's insane. I kind of wish that were the case, but no, we're a little spread out.
So you've taken over as director, as you mentioned, of the program in April. So how has that been? How was your fall season as being the your first time as the official director?
It was great. Honestly, it was great. It was daunting, but there is a lot of pressure. And that it was a lot to tackle, mainly just logistically. The kids are great. I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. They made my job really, really easy and made this season special. So yeah, it's been good. There are some learning curves, of course, but yeah, I'm drowning a little bit, and I think that's just kind of what this first year is going to feel like, and then I'll really have my feet underneath me and I can run. But I've got a lot of great support. My staff is fantastic. My band director is fantastic. All of the people I needed support from, I definitely got that and felt that. So it was nice.
Awesome. Speaking of staff, are there any staff you want to specifically recognize while we chat? Kind of people that have really kind of really helped you in this transition.
Yeah, absolutely. The first and foremost person would be my band director. That is Oren Landis. He is fantastic. He's an awesome guy. We have our artistic director, which is JC Wilson. He is the caption head of Blue Coats, and I could not do this crazy color guard thing without him. He's just simply the best. And Jessica Glasgow, she is our program coordinator during the fall. And she does pop in and, does a few things during the winter, more of like a clinician during the winter for us. But she is great. She was also a previous director of American Fork. So she's been great to lean on and go to. And then just all of our staff for all of our groups. So our varsity staff, our junior varsity staff, Jenna Krim, who is the junior director, Julia Nichols, which is the cadet director, and then just all of the staff under them. There's just no way that I could do all of these groups and all of these things without them. So yeah,
So with you being the director, are you kind of in charge of everything? Like
right.
obviously the band director runs the whole music program, but like you
Yeah,
are in charge of the color guard. So you were the
correct.
top of the pyramid in color guard.
Yes, yep,
Wow.
exactly.
I can
Yeah.
see I can see why you're drowning. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm currently staging for the cadet guard, the junior guard, and the JV guard. And JC handles all of the varsity and thank heavens he does.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit much right now, but that's all right.
I'm
It's color
sure.
guard.
And that kind of segues into my next question. So I was like, I know you have multiple indoor programs.
Yes,
You just mentioned you have four this year. So it's a cadet, junior, JV, and varsity.
correct.
So
Yep.
what age are the cadets?
So that is third through sixth grade. Just cute, cute little babies coming in, dipping their toes, see if they like it. Yeah, they're darling.
That's awesome. I love that you get them started so early.
Yeah, yeah,
My son's a third grader, and I'm like, he's finally picking a sport. So I
yeah,
think that's like the perfect age to do it. If you get them in at third grade, make him fall in love with the color guard because he's obsessed with soccer. Like
yeah.
we are full into like travel soccer, all of that stuff. So it's
I
just like
love that.
so it's like, but this is where the age where he's like, this is what I want to do. So I'm like,
Yep.
that's a great age to start color guard. Get them in.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got to get them in, you've got to get them interested, and then it's just a shoe in for the rest of your programs. Ideally, right, is the goal. So yeah, kids these days just are picking and choosing things at a far faster rate. My daughter is 6 and she's like, I'm gonna do color guard. Yes, you are. And you're gonna be great at it. And I'm so excited. But yeah, the younger that you can have them spark that interest, it's better.
How long did it take to build all those feeder groups?
It's been quite some time, over a succession of years, honestly. And we've had these groups for quite some time as well. The cadet and the junior groups, gosh, those started back in the early 2000s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of been a running machine for quite some time. So,
That's great. Yeah, because I mean,
yeah.
I would say having all those feeders is paramount to the success of your high school varsity team. Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Just getting them in, letting them, learn to love it, learn to know the style. Yeah, it definitely helps with that succession and progression for sure up to the varsity level.
What level does the JV team compete at? Are they A or regional A or
They are SRA. So,
okay,
yep.
regional A? Okay.
Hmm.
Quick post production note: Michelle meant to say Scholastic A, not regional A.
Exactly.
Is it like hyper competitive for those kids that want to get onto the world team or
It is. It is. It is pretty dog eat dog world. They see, what it could be and what it can be. And so they're willing to put in the work to get to that point, which I think is really unique in and of itself too, that they are able to kind of take a step back if that's not the case that year and still just really work for it and see that the end goal is that and could be that and still shoot for that.
So
Yeah.
let's move on to marching season. So you just finished up marching season. Congrats on the little break. I know obviously we're getting into indoor now, but
Yeah.
you didn't go to Grand Nationals this year, but you did go last year, and you all
Right.
placed eighth. You made finals, placed eighth. Huge deal.
Yeah. It was incredible.
As a school kind of on an every other year plan for Grand Nats, or kind of an every three, or
Yeah, every other. We actually just got approval, parent and district approval for Grand Nats next year. So we will be back.
awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
I can't imagine the cost of taking a band. That's I mean,
yes. All of the flights, all of the meals, all of the buses. It is quite a lot that takes us there. So
and we just finished up the marching season, and we did like it was like a 50s kind of jukebox
yeah,
with cars. I saw it. One of the regionals was aired, and I watched it.
yes.
It seemed like a ton of fun. Did the kids really enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a bit more campy on like the campy side this year, which is something that we haven't necessarily done in the past. So it was something that we branched out, the band as well. But we had a lot of fun with it. I think it was perfect for the cast that we had, and yeah, it was great.
And perfect training for indoor, because now you're second year in world. Like, all right,
Right.
let's throw whatever we can at them now.
Literally throwing everything. Yes. See
uh,
what sticks, clean it up, refine it, call it a season.
there you go. And we're not
Yeah.
going to grain that, so even if we don't fully clean it up, it's okay.
Right. Well, yes and no and yes. Just me personally, I'm like, please, let's just get it together. Let's just spin together, win together, baby.
There we go. Spin together,
Yeah.
win together.
Yeah.
Do you feel the success of American Fork has kind of started to push the other Utah schools in the area to kind of catch up and kind of drive the activity in the area?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, not to like toot, my own horn or American Forks horn. Yeah, it's kind of always been, I guess you could say like the upper echelon or just the top competitive groups. And we've just been so lucky and so blessed to be in that position by outsourcing, different people to come in and help us have these achievements on top of just keeping the standards that we have. I think it has helped elevate the state of Utah and kind of sparked some interest and inspiration. So
Absolutely. I think once one group, starts to branch out and gain some success, and everybody's like, ooh,
yeah,
maybe we should try that too.
yeah,
Kind of noticing it in my area in Virginia. We've had a couple bands. They're like, we're gonna dip our toe in the BOA waters, like actually like legitimately try. And we
yeah.
had one band that made finals at a regional, and now people are like,
Wow.
oh, so maybe,
Right.
and
We
they place
can
like
do
second or
this.
yeah, it's like so you're starting to see other schools try to hop on board that train a little bit. So,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
it's
definitely, which
it's
is
a very
exciting.
foreign concept for a lot of these schools.
Right. No, for sure it is. But it's exciting for us and exciting for the state of Utah and to have a WGI regional here is really special. So being able to feed into that and lift that up as well is great. So
Yeah, and that's another thing I love is because I love when programs flourish in areas you don't expect them to.
yeah.
We have our color guard bubbles. You've got Texas, Florida, California. You've got the Rust Belt Mideast area, but then all of a
Right.
sudden you have a Scholastic World Guard out of Utah.
Yeah.
So it's like what?
Yeah. Surprise.
And you've got a Scholastic Open Guard down in Hawaii that comes over. It's just
Yeah,
like it's so
that's
cool when these
amazing.
guards just kind of pop up out of, kind of out of nowhere. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
you all have been putting in a ton of work and it's paying
Right.
off. But it's just, when you don't have like the Indianapolis area where you've got Carmel, Avon, Fishers, Warren Central, all Center Grove, all those schools you just rattled off.
Truly. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and even to be like thought of amongst those groups is just like it's insane to me. So, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. We are just our own little blip here, but we're loving it.
It's growing. It's growing.
Yeah, absolutely.
How intense is your outdoor season? Like, especially in a Grand National season?
It is pretty intense on a grand national season. We are practicing Mondays, Wednesday nights, Thursdays. We've got several camps. We travel to Gunnison, Utah, which is about an hour and a half, I want to say, south, quite literally in the middle of nowhere. So all we do for a week straight is just marching band. We wake up in the morning, marching band, eat lunch, marching band, dinner, marching band, and then have a camp a week before that week, and then have a camp following that week. It is a lot, but it's definitely worth it. If you're going to spend that much time being there, you might as well work really hard. So yeah, it's a lot, but it pays off.
Absolutely. One of the schools I taught at, they did that. They didn't do it for a full week. They did like 3 days. We're in away camp, and it was just like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like drum corps. It's like you wake up, you eat. All right, go practice. All right, you
Yep.
have an hour to eat. Go back to the field.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming back after that with your whole show on the field is kind of surreal. It's kind of crazy to think back, like, oh my, did we really just do that? But it's awesome. So,
Do you prefer indoor or outdoor?
oh man, I admittedly hate this question. Um, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for this, but it is what it is. I am an outdoor girly. I love the fall. I love being with the marching band. I love the music. I love color guard, of course. That's why I'm here 20 years later doing this silly little thing. But there's just something so special about the marching season, and I think it's just because I just love the music. So, yeah.
There's no wrong answer. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm an indoor person, but me and the
Yeah.
sun do not get along. So I don't do the heat.
Right.
I sweat in January. Like it's just like
Right.
no. So you put me outside August, it's 95 and humid. No, I'm good.
Right. No, the humidity I cannot do. So thank heavens we are a dry state, or else it would be quite the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. My in-laws were in Phoenix and we would go visit them. We usually went like the Thanksgiving, Christmas time where it's beautiful outside.
Yeah. Oh, it's stunning.
One year we went in August.
Oh
And I'm
no.
like, why did we
Sticking to
do
the
this?
pavement.
Yes. And I'm like, what do you guys do here? They're like, we just stay inside. I'm
Yeah.
like, what
We
kind of life
sweat.
is that? But then they say, well, what do you do
Yeah.
during the winter when it's cold? And I'm like, you stay
Stay
inside.
inside.
So like, okay,
Yeah,
touche.
exactly. It's so funny. Yeah. No, it is crazy. Down there it's super hot. So
So hot.
yeah.
Ugh. But so let's move on to indoor. Let's talk about your 2025 season
Yeah.
that wrapped up back in April with your show Vibe Quest, which
Yes.
was a ton of fun. I loved it. My son loved it because he loved the soundtrack.
Thank you.
He's totally into that like electronica kind of music,
Yes.
and I was in love with it. It was probably my second favorite Scholastic World show,
Thank you.
just because I was just like I was talking about on the recap episode, where just like I could rewatch this one just for fun, just
Yeah.
because I love the music, love the whole vibe of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it fits the
Right.
name. How did the team come up with the concept and the music?
That was all JC. That is a JC Wilson all the way. And that was something that was new for him as well. He definitely branched out, I would say, during that season and tried something completely and totally different. And it was fun. It was a lot of EDM very early in the morning. Very early in the morning.
That's the one thing you kind of have to remind yourself when you're watching these shows is remember these guards rehearse to this for hours and
Yes.
hours and hours. And I think back to Onyx 2024 with that piano
Oh my
note.
gosh.
Like, can you imagine rehearsing to that for
No.
hours and
No. No, the show makes sense once you listen to the music and
hours?
what they portray it. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm one of the biggest things I loved about your show is I love that your floor matched the show. Like you open up the floor, you had all these animal prints, the uniforms were animal prints, and then the music plays, and I'm like, I'm hearing what I'm seeing. I love this because you'll see guards pull out your floor and then
Yeah,
do Claire de Lune on top of it.
right,
And I'm like,
right.
really? Really?
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was funky. Yeah, there were definitely vibes and it was fun. I'm a big cheetah print girl, so I was automatically sold. It didn't phase me. I was really excited about it. But
You,
yeah, it was fun.
in 2024, the Guard took bronze in Scholastic Open with the Winchester Mystery, which I
Yeah,
looked up. Was that based off of like the Winchester House, right?
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm going to look this up. So it's a cool story
Yeah.
of like a really strange, everybody should go to Wikipedia and read the article about this house. It's really
Oh,
strange. Like
it's crazy.
it's,
Truly.
yeah, like stairs
Yeah.
that lead to nowhere
Yes.
and
And
like,
doors and secret passageways and ghosts and
yeah,
old
I'll link it in
ladies.
the
Yeah.
show notes for people too. But I was like, I wonder what the Winchester, and I Googled the Winchester Mystery and the house popped up. Like, I was like, this has got to be it. And then it
Yeah.
made sense with the staircase on the floor and
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
What was the promotion like? Were you all ready for that? Did you know that was going to come or?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you can only ever hope and dream that it would come. I actually wasn't with American Fork during that time. I was actually teaching at another school in Utah. I was at Westlake, but
Okay.
we were on the same trip. So I was able to watch my friends and colleagues, take that on and watch them celebrate. And that was a really special moment. And I think it again was just fuel that like, holy cow, we can really do this. This is absolutely insane. It was special. It was awesome.
What were the expectations going into this past winter season with being in world class, having to compete against Carmel,
Yeah,
Woodlands, knowing you're in that bracket now? Was there extra pressure with it being your first year, having to feel like
yeah,
you need to represent Utah well?
yeah. I mean, all of that times a million, right? It's just not common for that succession to happen. So there was, some pressure in that sense as well. But we just wanted to go out there and just do our best and just kind of see where we fall up against all of these just insane groups that I have always talked about and always admired and always, just jaw on the floor every single season watching them. So it was a lot of pressure, but it was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I could only imagine. I'd get to that class and be like, wait, I
Yeah.
got to compete against them now?
Who?
Who?
Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Okay. I'll just head home. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you feel like it was a little more difficult to get a good read, from the judges or whatnot with being out in Utah and not kind of, you don't get to see and compete against these other groups?
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to get a good read just because, in your own state, you get specific scores and we get feedback from judges all season, of course, during critique. And that was helpful. But truly, we don't get a good read until we have WGI judges. And our regional specifically is like one of the very last regionals before heading into Dayton. So this year, actually, I believe it's March, gosh, is it 21st, 28th?
Oh, so
Oh,
it's
I'd
really
have
at the
to,
end of the season.
yeah, I would have to look at maybe the 14th, but it is like we are there.
Yeah.
So it's like, just seeing what other groups are doing all season, kind of keeping an eye on them and hopefully trying to catch little like pocket recordings on YouTube just to kind of see where we're at and where we're falling. But yeah, it's hard to get a good read. So,
Yeah, I would think, especially being isolated in Utah. I mean, we talked about all those indie groups. WGI judges are judging those circuit shows too. So
right.
even if it's not a WGI show, they're getting a WGI level read on their show.
Correct. Yeah.
And I don't think many circuits want to fly WGI judges out to their local shows. I mean, I know in our circuit I think we have two WGI judges that are within our circuit, but I mean, it's mostly local judges. And there's nothing against local judges, but if you're trying to
No.
compete at Scholastic World in WGI level,
Yep.
you want to get a good WGI read. You want to know
Yeah.
what you're getting into.
Yeah. No, the judges we have here, they're fantastic. And they are, a few of them are frequent flyers to Utah. Again, it is just kind of like I mentioned, a little blip, a little out here, just a nice little pit stop, but we're trying to turn that around too. So yeah.
I'm hoping they can get Flo out there for for your regional,
Yes. Yes.
because
That
now
would be amazing.
you all are in world. You have two independent open guards with
Yeah.
Pride and Salt Lake Independent,
Right.
and they both have A guards this year, plus the high
Right.
school. So I'm like, Flo, get out there.
Yeah, I know.
I've
Flo,
seen
if
this.
you're listening.
Yeah, I've seen the setup. I went to a regional and it's just a little camera in the corner. It can't cost that much to send somebody out
Oh
there
my
with a camera.
gosh, yeah.
I was shocked. I was expecting like some TV level,
Like
like
a
big camera.
crew.
Yeah, no, it's just some guy standing next to a tripod with a camera that's maybe 12 inches long, pointed at the floor.
Oh
And this
my
was the
gosh.
East Power Regional, like
Yeah,
AMP,
that's
Fusion,
crazy.
Blessed Sack.
Right.
All these people are here. This little tiny, tiny camera. I'm like, that's all
That's
it is.
so funny. That's so funny. I'm gonna have to seek that out and look for that in Dayton this year.
Yeah, I wonder how like WGI and Flow decide where and when like they're going to do that because I mean, who do you talk to? We got to
Yeah,
research this. Who do we talk to? Because
right?
we didn't get a Florida regional either, which is
True.
shocking.
True, right? But now we have regional plus events too, so I'm sure those regional pluses will be on Flow. Wouldn't you think?
Some of them, yeah, because I think they
Yeah,
got rid of the Power Regional. Now they're
right.
all Regional Plus.
Right.
But yeah, and there's a lot more of them. But
Yeah. One in Arizona, yeah.
we'll see.
Come on, Flow. Come
Get out
on,
there.
Utah.
Come on, Wutah. Right,
Yeah.
I learned it's
Yeah,
Wutah.
exactly.
Did you all have a good feeling about making finals at Dayton? I mean, you can honestly say, I mean, I knew you guys were kind of a lock for finals once I saw the scores. I'm like, you were like
Yeah,
2.5 points ahead of 16th. I think you were in 14th in semis and whatnot. So I'm like,
right.
they should be good. But was the team kind of aware, or did you kind of like just kind of leave them in the dark a little bit? Or
Yeah, we completely left them in the dark and made them all but shut off their phones. And like no one's looking at scores, no one's looking at the website. We're not doing anything. We want, to find out together and make it really special. So it was a pretty tight ship.
and what was that moment of you all telling them? Remember, I think you did like in the hotel lobby or something.
Yeah, we all gathered in the hotel lobby, and I think it was JC who announced that, well, you guys, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go to practice because we made it into finals and just like completely lost it. It was, yeah, it was amazing.
I love that. I love that,
Yeah.
especially for your first year in World
Yeah.
Finals. And
I mean, we can only just hope and pray to even get close to that again. It's just, yeah, it's just insane.
what was the feedback like in your circuit for you all this year? Because I Chase was mentioning long ago, like the way Utah used to be, where groups would not
Right.
cheer for successful programs, and American Fork was one of those programs. And so what was the feedback like in your circuit, and kind of how did that affect the kids and being able to change the circuit around into cheering for everybody rather than
It's been a long time coming, and as much as I would love to say, color guard isn't political or dare I say sometimes petty. It's a
we all know.
pageantry. Yeah.
We all know. We all
It's
know.
a
We're color guard people. We
pageantry.
know.
Yeah, yeah. So it's taken, a little while to come around, but everyone was really supportive. I think when you're from such a small community as far as color guard goes, and kind of secluded, I think it's fun to kind of write off a little bit of that success of like, oh yeah, like we're from the same state and we, compete together and I've seen their show and I think it provides that closeness. So everyone was really supportive and it was really special.
That's awesome. Yeah, I totally get. You don't want to call it coattail riding, but you'll see
Right.
clips of other schools, Carmel or Avon or whoever, and you'll see the people in the comments. They're in our circuit. We get to see. I get to see
Yes.
their show all the time. The people they want to latch onto it. Like I
Yes.
know them. I know them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, latch on, baby. Let's do this. Hop on.
Hop on the
We've got
Utah
places
train.
to go. Yeah.
Do you have any fun traditions for the guard or the shows? Like, do they do like matching Crocs or fun songs or any kind of weird kooky things?
Yeah, so we do matching shoes. Matching shoes is a lot of fun. We also give out ribbons before every performance. So they keep the ribbon, a lot of them just tied on underneath their uniform. And it's just like we're all in this together and we're all, doing the same thing. And they keep those throughout the season and have like a big stack of them at the end of the season or the end of their, high school color guard career, which is a lot of fun. We do have a fun hype song last year. I believe it was to Womanizer, like a fun little across the floor that they do. Just, I feel like they're pretty typical things.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
What's the overall vibe of the guard? Is it kind of relaxed? Is it more serious? Is it just, kind of crazy kooky?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good in between of fun and hard work. So the kids have gotten really good at reading the room. And I like to have fun and I like to be really good at color guard, but I like to have fun doing that. It's a good mixture.
But when it comes time to work, they know it's time to work.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, we can have our fun, but it's right back down to business. Just we have stuff to do, places to go, people to see.
What would you say is the focus of your training program? Some programs like movement is their base.
Yeah.
We're known as the color guard that can dance, or we're the weapon people. Like, does American Fork kind of have like a trademark in your training? You don't want to belittle a guard or pigeonhole them, but you think of like
Yeah.
AMP as a performance color guard. They
Yes.
put on a show. And then
Yeah.
you look at like Blessed Sack and they're the weapon spinners, and you've
Right.
got the Florida guards that tend to be more dancey. So I was just curious, like, maybe American Fork and Utah in general, is there kind of like a backbone to kind of what the programs are?
I would say technique, technique, technique as far as equipment goes. I wouldn't say that we are the best movers, but we're by far not the worst by any means either. So movement is there. It's great, but I would say as far as, catching your equipment and catching it like you mean it, I would say that's something that we kind of take a little pride in.
I mean, it's all kind of all starts with equipment. I know color guard has evolved into more dance oriented, but I mean, you still got to spin the equipment. You got to
Yeah,
have your 3.5 minutes of equipment time or whatever it is in your class,
right. Right. Yeah, we're doing everything underneath. We're doing all of the body, all of the fun stuff, but still nothing is as good as just like a smack.
Agreed. What is the one thing you hope to instill in your students when you're in your time teaching? Like so if like when you're talking to the kids, if you take anything from this experience, it's this. What is that for you?
That is a very good question. And I almost want to say I missed that on the lineup. Man, I just want them to take the love and the hard work that they put into this sport, to take that into anything else that they do. You truly are unstoppable. You can do absolutely anything that you set your mind to, as history, has shown. So just go and take the world by storm. It is truly yours. You can do whatever the hell you want. So go and just be anything you want to be.
Look at that. Beautiful. See,
Yeah.
right on the spot. Came right from the heart, right?
Yeah.
If you take anything from this experience, it's go.
Go
Just
and
go.
do and be the best at it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Mine was always my mantra when I was teaching my kids was always like, remember, why do we do color guard? And they would say, because it's fun. I really
Yeah.
tried to remind them, do this because it's fun. Because if you don't enjoy it anymore, why are you doing it?
What
And that
is
and
the
that and
point?
that goes for anything in life. If you don't enjoy
Yeah.
it, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
You get one trip on this planet.
Exactly.
Enjoy it.
Make the most of it. Yeah. Make the most of it and be really good at it too.
Yeah, right. Uh, let's talk about the Utah Color Guard Circuit a little bit. So I talked
Yeah.
about it with Chase, but I would love to get your input as well. So it
Yes.
is a smaller circuit, but it's gaining steam. I mean, you have now in the world class, and then you
Yeah.
have the two independent open guards. Just for notable groups for people listening, so obviously American Fork on the Scholastic side, and Lehigh, and I'll include Westlake as well
Yeah.
because they go to Dayton and as well, and I think they're a rising
Correct.
marching band program as well. And then on the independent side, you have Pride of Utah, Salt Lake Independent, and then Wasatch Independent, who's no longer active, but they were WGI finalists.
Right.
What's it like kind of being in a smaller circuit?
It it's
I say
fun.
smaller, but I mean, talking to
No, I
Chase,
know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
there are a ton of groups out there.
we are not out east by any means. It's fun. Everyone truly knows everyone as far as directors go. And we've had a lot of changes, within the board. We've got a lot of younger members on the board, which is super exciting as well. Just kind of taking a new leap into things and into, upgrading and trying to boost our circuit. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I love the infusion of youth because I think anywhere you look in the world, it's a bunch of gray-haired people kind of running everything, and it's like, and yet, but young people have so many great ideas, and
Right.
get them involved. I was talking with somebody else and she was just like, I would love to see more young people moving into judging color guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, there are people that are still judging from when I was marching back in 2000,
Right.
2001. Like, you're still judging. Like,
Right.
and they're still very knowledgeable and, they understand the sport, but it's just like, let's get some
Absolutely.
youth in here,
Yeah, there's
because
got to
that
be a
knowledge needs to
human.
go somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah. The knowledge, the experience. Yeah, just the different insight as well to stay with the Joneses and up with the times and things like that. So yeah, it's
What's
cool.
it like being a Utah guard?
Gosh, it is to me, it's kind of, all we've ever known until, just recently and starting to branch out. It's fun now to get some of that, like, oh, that's American Fork. Oh, that's who they are. That's been new, but it's been a lot of fun.
Any insight into why you think the color guard is starting to flourish in that area? Like why Utah all of a sudden is starting to make its own mark on the map? Any idea of what might be causing that spark there?
I just just the change, I think, within, the board, within the directors, within the culture kind of surrounding the sport here in Utah. And again, just realizing that like caps aren't necessarily there anymore. So why not? I think it's invigorating and it's exciting.
American Fork was kind of the first group to really kind of gain traction out in Utah. And like was mentioned earlier, kind of lead the charge for the marching band side, but also for the indoor circuit. Is there any pressure there to living up to being, the Utah guard in a way?
Yeah, 1,000%. I am not even going to downplay it one bit. Yeah, there's definitely some pressure, but I always tell my kids, pressure is a privilege, and we are so lucky to be in this position to, hold that torch and kind of light the way and be the example. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's great. And do they get along well? I want to say get along well, but I mean, do they interact a lot with the other color guards like at the circuit shows? Are they kind of like, oh, there's American Fork, and everybody's just kind of like huddling around them and they're mingling with them? Is it kind of a fun experience for them, kind of almost being like mini superstars in the circuit?
Not quite. I would say that hat goes to Pride of
Okay.
Utah, the independent group. The circuit just absolutely loses it for them, which is fantastic. Chase knows what he's doing when he's, writing shows in that style, and it's so fun for everyone to see that. Oh, okay, go, honey. Okay, bye. Sorry, one.
No,
Okay,
you're
shut
good.
the door.
You can, if you need to take a minute, it's okay.
No, she's okay. She's
That's,
just like, what are you doing?
I have young ones myself, so I totally get it.
Right?
How old is
That's how
she?
it goes. She's 4. I've
Okay.
got, well, almost 4. I've got an almost 4-year-old and almost 7-year-old. So,
Okay. I
yeah,
have a almost 9 and a very soon to be 6-year-old.
that's so exciting. Yeah, my husband's birthday is December 11th.
Oh,
My
fun.
daughter is December 14th, and then my other daughter is December 17th. So
Oh my
it's like,
goodness.
yeah, we're coming up on a couple weeks of crazy on top of color guard crazy. It's a lot.
At
It's
least you get it
fun.
all done in one swoop, though. It's just like,
Exactly.
where are you? Where are you the outlier?
July.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Just smack dab middle of July. It's
Yep.
usually band camp, and I'm like, happy birthday.
My
Yeah.
birthday's the end of March, so it's usually always right around like circuit championships. So like I'll have
Yes.
my birthday's circuit championship day. I'm like, okay, I get to spend my day
Right.
14 hours of color guard. Yay.
Yay. Morning to night. That's fun though.
But you were saying, so the Pressure Coast Pride of Utah, and that
Yeah.
they are like the superstars. Now we have Salt Lake joining them as well, and it's always the independent guards always tend to be the ones that pull because they're
Right.
older and
Right.
the
Right.
kids know they can go there when they graduate. Like you can't go to American Fork when you graduate, but I can go to
Right.
the Pride.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun. And people, are celebratory, and this season going into this season may be a little different because of our experience and what we were able to accomplish this last April. But as far as taking the cake and kind of that like googly eyed, that's all pride. Yeah.
Any little hints you want to drop about what to look for this winter? I know, I mean, you're getting to get started. I know you don't want to spoil anything, and everything's about the show reveal now. Everybody has the big
Oh,
show
I
reveals they have to do, but
know. I know the production of the show reveals. While I love it, I'm like, can we just go back to a Canva poster? Can I just get like, do I have to have this video? No, but it's all fun.
It's
I,
like the drum corps uniform reveals now, where they do those full like
yes.
videos and photo
Yes, and
shoots, and
the
I'm like,
lights and the smoke and yeah, I'm like, wow, okay. There's a lot of blue this year. All right, here
yeah,
we
everybody's blue and
go.
white.
What's the 1920s, I believe,
Ooh,
is the artistic period.
okay,
So not like roaring 20s by any means, but the art within that period.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I can give you that.
okay. We'll take that little nugget. I'll take anything
Okay.
because I am nosy. Like, I talked to the people at DPG and they're talking about how they get they get all the floors ahead of time. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I will totally be that person. Whose floor is that? What's that
right?
for? Who?
Hey,
Can I see that one?
hey, right? Hey,
What are,
what, real quick. That's
yeah,
so funny.
yeah. What
Yeah.
are they doing?
I don't,
You want to
I'm
Dropbox
keeping
me that?
JC, right? I'm keeping JC on my good side. I'm not gonna spill the beans.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Um, but yeah, yeah, that's it. It's fun.
How fun. I can't wait to
Yeah.
see it. I do want to talk briefly about the proposals meeting because we did talk. You
Yes,
said that you had actually listened to the proposal meeting
I did.
episode I did on your way there, and I was curious, like, what was the experience of that meeting like? Because I heard just so many people, so much going on. So, what
Oh
was the
my
being at
gosh.
that meeting like?
It was insane. It was insane. Just because it's just, little old me from American Fork walking into all of these insane groups and directors of just absolutely insane groups. And upon going in, I wanted to show my face and be a good, representation of American Fork and mingle and, get our name out there and meet other people. So I thought, I'll sit kind of in the middle of the middle. I'm not going to sit front row because why in the hell would I be up there? I have no reason to be in the very front. Like, who am I? But I don't want to be in the back like I don't care. I want to be here and soak in everything that they've got to say. It's alphabetical order.
Oh,
And American Fork is always the first one listed. Just AM, American Fork. So I walk in and there are name cards and it says American Fork, Michelle Clements, and I am in the very front row, the very first seat in that row. And then it's me, and then it's Amp, and then it's Arcadia, and then it's Carmel, and then it's, and I turn around and like Fisher's is right here. And I am just like, shaking, like, okay, play it cool, Michelle, play it cool. Don't act like an idiot. Don't say the wrong thing when they take roll. And like it was daunting walking into that room, but it was, after that first night and getting to know a few people, it was a lot of fun.
that's funny. I didn't realize they made you sit in alphabetical order.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Just to have your person who's representing you there and just makes things, I don't know, maybe logistically easier. But yeah, it was I'm like, okay, I need my drink. I'm gonna sit down. I need more of this. But
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I could imagine that, yeah, being the very first person. Yeah, and it makes sense they have to put you in alphabetical because they do take, the vote and everything, and they track who votes and all that. So I could see that.
Yes.
But yeah, if I had to sit next to all those groups, they'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
fish out of water here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking down, and Rosie Queen is sitting a few seats away from me. And we know each other just from history, of course, being correlated. But she's been out to the Mountain West Leadership Institute that we do here in Utah during the summer. And I looked down and she said, just read what's on your card. Just read Michelle Clemens, American Fork, and you can't go wrong. Just read the card. And I'm like, okay, Rosie, like, okay, I'll do that. So thank heavens for her.
Right? They'd be like, and first up, American Fork, you hear Jack and Coke, please? And
Yes,
you say the
right?
wrong thing.
Tuesday, I don't, yeah, I don't even know.
Were there any proposals that failed that you really wanted to pass that you hoped would?
No, actually. which was very surprising. I even went back and looked at the proposals and kind of compared like my answers to some of the other groups, and it was pretty on par with what most everyone wanted. Yeah, there weren't any that I was like, oh, dang it.
So just kind of a fun question. If you could change or make one rule for WGI, it could be anything. What would it be?
Oh
It could be
gosh.
serious. It could be fun. Like mine was, I would ban all Holocaust shows because I'm tired of seeing them. My friend Jen said she would make senior class be able to compete at WGI. Like
Right.
we're just talking wish list. Don't worry about logistics or how it actually worked. But if you could just make one rule within WGI, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I understand the prop safety rules. I truly do. But also some of those incredible props that have been used in years past would almost be like not even thinkable at this point. So maybe just some loosening up of some of the props, and especially like, people being lifted into the air and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you could pull off like something like Northmont 97 now with all those props and the ramps and all that. With all they'd be like, "Where's your harness? Why aren't you
Right.
strapped in?"
Right.
Or
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's 4 feet. Yeah. Have to
yeah.
send everything to Dale. Hello. Is this okay? Yeah.
Look, here's the measuring tape right here.
Yeah,
See?
exactly. Yeah.
Any humble brags about your group or season you'd like to share? Anything you're just especially proud of? And this is the chance to really just toot your own horn and
Oh,
don't feel guilty
gosh.
about it.
Gosh. I guess just humble brag is, just the program in and of itself and the culture that is surrounding the program that has allowed it to flourish for many years, but also continue to level up. It's been such an impactful thing in my life. It's just it shaped who I am, and a lot of what I am today is because of this program. So just those continuing standards, and the impact of it, I think, is just kind of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I do have one final question.
Yes.
Some people find this very difficult, some people find it very easy. And it's just, what was your favorite show from 2025 WGI?
Oh
And you can't say
my.
yourself. I tell
I'm like
people,
American fork. No, no. Pride of Cincinnati. Unashamedly Pride of Cincinnati. And then also I think it would have to be the Woodlands. We helped them on and off the floor for, I believe it was semis.
oh,
We helped
fun.
them on and off the floor. And to be able to watch their show with the color guard, and to watch their faces as they watched someone in their own class just absolutely do things that were just insane at that level. It was just incredible. So yeah, those are my two shows. Oh, I do have another honorary mention though.
Yes,
um Nuance.
the whiskey show.
Yes, that was just, I don't even know, the water, the hair, she would fall in. It was just, I loved that show.
Yeah, and that was a local circuit show for me. So they were local guard. And yeah, yeah,
Lucky,
yeah.
lucky.
It's so you got to see it live in person, obviously. And
Yeah.
so many people didn't. And I would say there's such a huge energy loss through the float
Oh my
camera,
gosh.
but seeing that show live.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at the East Power Regional. I'm up in the stands, and the very first thing that comes through the door is the whiskey glass. That's the first thing they push in. And the kids in the audience saw that whiskey glass and lost their damn
Lost it.
minds.
Yes. Oh yeah.
They hadn't even set up yet, and the kids were like, "Here they are! Oh my god!" Because they were viral everywhere, and just
Yes.
like, yeah, it was
Yes.
so exciting. I was so happy for them because
Yeah. No, it was incredible. That performer in that damn whiskey glass. She rocked it. It was amazing. Yeah. And the energy was just, it was so good.
and their prop broke on the way to Dayton. I don't know if you saw that. So
No.
the bowl of the glass shattered going to Dayton. So they spent, it was like no joke, like 12 hours with getting like the plastic that you can put on cracks in windows and everything. So they spent 12 hours repairing it. They woke the performer up at like 3 in the morning to go down to the hotel lobby. They filled it with water and she was testing it to see if it would hold her weight. with the water because they had prelims that morning.
No,
So
could you
they,
imagine?
right? You're like, I don't want to say their show was centered around the prop, but I mean, it was a pretty vital part of the show.
Yeah,
And you get to Dayton and you see it's broken.
yes.
Like,
And then you have to wake up and like literally test the waters.
yeah.
No, that's crazy.
So they changed her choreography for prelims and semis because she fell in it twice.
Yeah,
So the first time she's in that big split and she drops down and then she
yes.
falls in again a second time. They took the second one out because they're like, we can't break this. Finals, they let her go at it.
Right.
But
Because I mean, have at it, babe.
my
Yeah.
heart would have been in my throat in prelims, just like, please hold, please hold.
Totally. Totally. Yeah. It's one thing to get confetti off the floor, but a whole spill of water, that's crazy. Well, good for
Yeah.
them. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
So
My
they
gosh.
had a fun Dayton story out of it. I don't know if this is
Yeah.
fun now. Probably
Right.
not in the moment,
Right.
but
Yeah. In the moment, awful, but we can look back now and laugh.
so just be careful with your props. I just say that too. I
Yes.
don't know if you're doing props or whatever, but just make sure
Yes.
they're extra tied down and everything on the way
Yeah,
there.
my goodness, really though. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the heads up. We will.
But
Darn
that's all I
props.
have for you. I appreciate your time. This has been a wonderful conversation. I can't wait to see your show this season,
Thank
and
you.
I'm crossing fingers for a Flow regional.
Yes, come on, Flo. Yeah, we would love that. Thank you so much. This was a huge pleasure of mine. I've listened to so many episodes. It was really fun. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. And that's a wrap on the program showcase series for a while. I hope you all enjoyed the series as much as I do. I plan on doing more after the winter season is over, but unfortunately, everybody is so knee deep in their winter programs that it would just not be fair for me to ask people to take time to talk about their programs right now. I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe holiday. I am so thankful and grateful that you are all here listening with me, and know you can always reach out to me with anything you want to talk about. I'll be taking a little break in January to prep for the upcoming regional season because I will be covering all the Flow regionals every weekend, and that can get pretty intense to cover those every week. As always, I'll keep you updated on socials, so make sure you're following on Instagram or Facebook, and you can always email me at flagsinagym@gmail.com. So until next time, stay safe, stay fabulous, and remember, at the end of the day, it's just flags in a gym.